Okay, on the debate tonight we have Shazia, Ilmi, Sanjeev, Punalekar of the Sanatan Sanstha, Shazia, Ilmi of the BJP, Prem, Shukla, senior journalist now with the BJP also on the one side tonight, and taking on Sanjeev Punalekar is Ashish Khetan of the Aam Aadmi Party, right at the heart of all this. He's joining us from Amritsar, and he said today that there is going to be some explosive material coming up about the Sanatan Sanstha. I don't see him on air, but I think he's joining us live. We have with us also Kancha, Illaiah, Dalit activist and author. He's a rationalist. He's here to take on the Sanatan Sanstha. Is Ashish on? I don't see him. Okay, so we are going to get Ashish on. Are we ready to debate? Are we ready to debate? Kancha, Illaiah, do you hear me loud and clear? Are we ready to debate? We are? Why is there so much silence?
Yes, we are.
Itna sannata kyun hai bhai?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're ready to debate. Kancha, Illaiah, the person from the Sanatan Sanstha is in the studio.
I'm here, Arnab.
The person from the Sanatan Sanstha is here in the studio. His name is Sanjeev Punalekar. He's a lawyer, speaker and advisor on behalf of the Sanatan Sanstha. He says there is nothing wrong with my organization, that there is a plot of some people to link us in the murder of the rationalists. I want you to take him on tonight on why we should believe or not believe him. Kancha, Illaiah. Sanjeev Punalekar taking on Kancha, Illaiah at the start. Go on. Mr. Kancha, Illaiah.
No, Arnab, I'm glad you have called me on to this debate at a time when intolerance is growing in areas where this was not expected, like Andhra Pradesh recently, when some major castes, when I said that each caste contribution has to be looked into its production, they started all kinds of attacks, and I am forced to now change my name to be Kancha Illaiah Shepherd. Now, at a time when Narendra Modi has come to power on the basis of development and Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, all the people have to cooperate, there is no doubt about it. At this juncture, this is the kind of intolerant groups that are trying to eliminate whatever the people believe. I am not a rationalist. I said I believe in God of equality. Now, those people who thought that they were rationalists, they had a right to propagate their ideas, and the others had a right to counter them in their own discourses, writing, whatever means of democratic possibilities existed. But elimination is one of the things that will destroy this democracy. Now the question is, I am glad that the CBI is taking this seriously. The culprits have to be located. The culprits have to be punished. If organizations say that we form Parshuram centers to attack people who question us, no, this is not going to work in democracy. Writers cannot function, thinkers cannot think, journalists cannot write. Even you will be in danger, even though you are boldly saying that whatever happens to me, but what about people in different district headquarters? I think democracy has to be saved by CBI, police and judiciary. This is the time they should really reveal who is the culprit as of now in these three murders. This is the key issue in this whole debate today.
Okay. Yeah, well, we pretty much don't care about who threatens us. So I know Sanatan Sanstha can threaten us. Sanjeev Punalekar abuses me every day in his writings. It doesn't matter. He's welcome to. He wants to throw more abuse, he can. It doesn't matter. Words don't hurt. Words don't hurt, Kancha Illaiah. Ashish Khetan, welcome into the debate. We have the Sanatan Sanstha to debate with you. Kancha Illaiah was opening the debate. And by the way, viewers, all of this started. No, 1 second. Just 1 minute. I'm welcoming everyone. I know we'll have a good conversation tonight. Now, in the morning today, Ashish Khetan was on the program, and he tweeted. He says, I have a big revelation to make in the Dr. Narendra Dabholkar murder case. Ashish, you hear me? Ashish, can you hear me? Just checking the audio line.
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So he says, I have a big revelation to make in the Dr. Narendra Dabholkar murder probe. Stay tuned. will break a big story on the Dabholkar murder case at 11 a.m. Right-wing group Sanatan Sanstha and his affiliate wing Hindu Jan Jagruti Samiti are behind the murder of Dr. Narendra Dabholkar. Sanatan Sanstha carried out several bomb blasts in Goa and Maharashtra. Agencies wanted it to be banned. Congress didn't do anything. Agencies have cracked the case. Sadhaks of the Sanatan Sanstha and this Hindu Jan Jagruti Samiti are behind Dr. Dabholkar's murder, and they have been identified. This is what he said today, right? Did you jump the gun? Did you jump the gun? Because if the agencies have cracked the case in the Dabholkar murder, all that has come out is that the agencies have searched the premises of a Sanatan Sanstha member. So does searching someone's premises amount to cracking the case? Sanjeev, you respond after Ashish, please. Yeah. Go on.
Right. So first of all, I had this information, Arnab, for the last at least a month and a half, and I waited and I waited, and that shows that I didn't jump the gun because I waited for the raids to happen. I have seen the documents, I have seen the statements, and I have seen all the circumstantial and direct evidence and testimonies that the CBI has put together. And it very clearly establishes a case where the plot to murder Dr. Dabholkar was hatched by senior office bearers of Sanatan Sanstha and sister organization,
right,
HGS, Hindu Jagruti Samiti. They plotted, they entrusted the job to their own sadhaks who carried out this task. They arranged for weapons, they carried out recce's, they drafted in other people who could facilitate the stay, the movement, and the hiding places for all these killers and the conspirators. So all this information is with the CBI. CBI has its own way of functioning, and by the way, I would like to correct that the murder happened when the Congress party was in power both in Maharashtra and in the center. When the blasts also happened in Goa and Maharashtra, it was the Congress party which was in power both in Goa and in Maharashtra as well as in the center. The letter to ban, or rather the petition to ban Sanatan Sanstha was moved by the Maharashtra ATS at the time when the Congress party was in power, and it was rejected, or it, in a way Mr. Chidambaram, who was the Home Minister, then sat on it and didn't do anything. So it is all which has been in the works for many, many years. And it's very unfortunate that such extremist forces, radical forces, identify people whom they label as anti-nationals. They clearly propagate through their website and their mouthpiece that they would kill them like dogs. They openly send them threatening letters that we are coming after you, we will not spare you, we will kill you like mad dogs and so on. And they eventually do carry out the task. And all this while, the smoking gun is there. There are enough leads that the investigating agencies have. They do not act, and in fact, the investigation into Dabholkar murder case show that at least a month or two before the murder actually took place, one of the policemen in Kolhapur actually got a specific tip-off by one of the insiders in Sanatan Sanstha, who was a fringe player, and he alerted them. But unfortunately, that information too was also not processed, and it also slipped under the radar.
So do we want to get a response now?
My job as an ex-journalist and as somebody who is very concerned about the cause of justice was to put out this information in public domain.
Right. Okay. Now, therefore, now it's time for a rebut. Therefore, what we are saying tonight, and therefore, so anyone wants to put out a qualifier to what I'm saying, what Ashish Khetan is saying tonight, and hear it loud and clear, is that the person trying to raise his hand sitting 5 feet away from me is a representative of a group of assassins and killers. Now you're saying that tonight with all the responsibility at your command, that this person, Sanjeev Punalekar, represents a group of killers. That he represents a group of assassins who kill people.
He represents.
Yeah. So you say that.
He represents a group, Arnab, who have in their ranks assassins and bomb manufacturers and terrorists.
Okay.
That's what they represent. And by the way, they have only been killing Hindus from Goa to Maharashtra to Pune and everywhere else. They have been only killing Hindus whom they consider as deviant Hindus, whom they say they have deviated from their righteous path, what they consider righteous path.
No, 1 second. So you see, he holds his position. And honestly, Sanjeev Punalekar, there are many reasons why one should not be surprised that you're accused of things like this. The evidence is against you. The CBI is after you. You're on the run. Today at that press conference, Sanjeev Punalekar, you were looking very nervous. You were looking very nervous at that press conference today. Okay, respond to Ashish Khetan. The debate is open now. By the way, debate is open. Debate is open. Go ahead.
Statements after statements were made. I am not going to make any statement except the statement which is
I'm not stopping you. I'm not stopping you.
3 minutes you give me. 2013, Sanatan Sanstha was the first to publish a book in which we claimed, and Mr. Shukla knows it, that 2006 the Muslims arrested there were innocent and they were implicated by ATS and CBI. We were the first and we were called intolerant. Sanatan Sanstha was the first.
Did you kill Dabholkar?
First. Dabholkar, I'm coming to that. Allow me to speak.
Did you kill Dabholkar?
We did not kill. The people of Ashish Khetan type NGOs have killed. Let me put an allegation. You allow me what he has spoken. The same people who are funding Ashish Khetan and his associates in Aam Aadmi Party, they were funding Dabholkar, and because that failed, he was killed. We have given proof to the government. Not a single letter is replied. Ashish Khetan, we said organization which was funding Dabholkar for distorting a map of India and putting in funds for pharmaceuticals, foreign pharmaceuticals. Same people are funding Aam Aadmi Party. Let me put it.
Let's answer the question.
No, I am answering the question. Who has killed? We have given
Dabholkar?
Dabholkar was killed by the so-called progressive people on a land deal. We have given the evidences and you are not looking. Let me tell Arnab this. Ashish Khetan, he talks about a petition against us.
Calm down, relax. No, 1 second. Why would the CBI be looking to investigate a man named Sarang Akolkar?
I am telling you why.
A man called, don't stop me now. There's a man called Sarang Akolkar. And from my information, Sarang Akolkar is a Sanatan Sanstha member. If there is no merit in the claim that your organization should be involved, isn't this man Sarang Akolkar a man on the run after his name cropped up?
He is not on the run. I have talked to him. No, on your channel. I am telling you where he is. You allow me to say, I have made appeals from your channel. 10 months back, I was on your channel, 8 months back, on Samir Gaikwad. What has happened to the case? You are talking this. There is a Supreme Court judgment that if a person is running away, whether he is a Dalit, whether he is a poor man, when police is chasing. Sarang Akolkar, not legal argument. I am asking you one question. Arnab, I am asking you.
I am asking you.
No, you have to answer. You have to answer. Now when Sanatan
I am asking you. I am asking you. I am saying tonight. I am telling you that the CBI has sought a red corner notice against this man, having been wanted for what was suspected to be a terror-related incident.
No.
What do you mean?
I am telling you this.
Why are you so nervous? You are nervous.
You're
nervous today.
You should read the NIA judgment. You are not reading and coming unprepared. That is your weakness. You are not reading. You are taking some data here and there from Ashish Khetan like people. The NIA judgment.
Don't presume that I'm getting my data.
You are not read. You are not. You tell me. Yeah. You tell me now. Have you not read about India Bull supplying in Malegaon? In Madgaon, have you not seen the judgment says that things were planted? Are you aware? Today you are talking about raid. Go to Google, ask your people. There were 3 raids. And in the court,
did you kill
the court? NIA came and said,
did
he
you
never
raided.
No.
Did you kill Dabholkar?
Dabholkar was killed by the NGOs like Ashish Khetan. He is the murderer. He belongs to an organization who is criminal, anti-national. And I am telling you one more thing.
Did you kill Dabholkar?
No, I am answering.
Did you kill Kalab? Did you kill Govind Pansare?
Govind Pansare was killed because he was in a bad company, he was stealing.
How do you know? How do you know?
It is a part
if you didn't kill him, what do you know the reason?
He was a colleague of Hafiz Saeed.
What do you mean?
He was defending Hafiz Saeed and saying that Mumbai attack was done.
You justify the killing of Govind Pansare.
I never justified.
You justify the killing of Govind Pansare in a live TV program. You just justified it.
I did not justify.
Who killed Govind Pansare?
Govind Pansare was killed by his like-minded people who are close to Hafiz Saeed.
Did you kill Kalburgi? Did you kill Kalburgi in Dharwad? Did you or did you not kill Kalburgi in Dharwad?
Kalburgi was killed because of illicit relationship. Now one more thing.
Please don't make wild allegations out here right now.
Look at the allegation.
And you are nervous tonight.
I am not nervous.
You are
nervous because I have exposed you. In Sadhvi's case, I had given you the data you did not give. India Bull, who is funding you? You tell me. India Bull flight was used. Why are you asking raid?
Please.
You are not aware. You are not aware. On your challenge.
Ashish Khetan would like to respond. Anyone? By the way, drink a glass of water.
No, I am taking.
Relax. You are nervous today.
But the bluff must be exposed. That if Pansare was saying that Hafiz is innocent, Pansare was bound to be killed. If you are in a bad company of traitors, you are bound to be killed. We are not killed.
Who's bound to be killed? What do you mean bound to be killed?
Are the goons not getting killed? Are the people of Dawood are not getting killed?
You are talking
if you are going, you are not a thinker. I am sorry. sorry, he is not a thinker. Let me put one thing. Arnab, allow me to speak.
Listen, you are justifying murders on a live TV program.
Who has killed? I am asking.
We have 25 million people watching this.
You are accusing. I am asking one question. I am asking you to answer.
You haven't responded to one of the points. Even one of the points of Ashish Khetan. You have been unable to respond to Ashish Khetan tonight.
I am asking one question. Ashish, answer. In Maharashtra state, 6,000 plots are taken by politicians. Petition by Sanatan Sanstha seeker to take the details and take back the plots. Did Pansare do? You have already classified him as a thinker, progressive. Dabholkar, several intellectual interests. You will love him, Ashish Khetan, because you are famous for that. All your NGOs of Aam Aadmi Party and the leftists are taking foreign monies, and you have sympathy for them. I have sympathy for Sadhvi, I have for Banjara, I have also for Sanatan Sanstha because our people are targeted. So we have, same way you have sympathy because you are of that class. You are moving, you are flying. It is not your hard-earned money. You are an unemployed person. Who funds you? Please tell. From where it comes?
Why make it personal with us?
Why he is making personal? He has made allegation. I am asking him, what do you know about Sanatan Sanstha? Sarang Akolkar is absconding. There are 6,000 people who are absconding. And why is absconding? I have answered. I have written to Narendra Modi ji a letter saying that we want to go on TV and appeal.
You seem to be in panic tonight.
We are never panicked with a person like Ashish Khetan. When Congress was ruling,
Ashish,
he was supporting.
Because Ashish is responding, I let that pass. 1 second. Ashish, are you responding? I let that pass. There are similarities between the three murders. All three people shot by unknown assailants.
Just
1 second. Similarity number one, Ashish, I'm just putting it out. All three shot dead by unknown assailants. One. Similarity number one. Similarity number two. Assailants are linked to a fringe group. Similarity number three. Similarity number three, all three spoke against certain orthodox so-called practices. Similarity number four, a 7.6 mm country-made pistol was used. The same pistol was used. For God's sake, even a basic cub reporter will tell you today that with these, please admit, did you have a hand in the murder or not?
We have
did your group have a hand in the murder
on the
or
contrary, not? In the mispropaganda, Arnab Goswami has a hand because he has got a vested interest.
I'm not interested in your personal.
Because you are interested in India Bulls. I'm telling you straight. Ask what is there and you are not. You are wanting to raid Sanatan Sanstha, and then I'm telling you today it is published.
Okay.
After 5 years down the line, CBI will come and see we never raided. We have no records. There is no record. In NI case, I'm asking one question. Ask on your channel. After Madga blast, how many times NI has raided Sanatan Sanstha, and then they came to the court and said we have not raided once. We have no report. So NI bluffed, ATS bluffed, CBI bluffed, and Ashish Khetan is also bluffing.
Viewers, another similarity Ashish Khetan will respond, I presume, is that the cartridges used in all the three murders were similar. So what we are talking about tonight is the fact that there was the same murder weapon because it was 7.65 mm country-made pistol, right? And which I am told has now been recovered. And this has led to the person who is the killer in all these three cases, and the same kind of cartridges have also been used. And you may raise your voice with me tonight. So you may raise your voice with me tonight. But the fact is,
you are saying in all the three cases, police offered 50 lakh.
Did the Sanatan Sanstha kill the three? Did the Sanatan Sanstha kill all three nationalists or not?
That similarity.
Did the CBI?
What is the similarity? In all the three cases, police offered money of 50 lakh to name an organization. That similarity is not with you. Go to the Google and you will find all the three cases.
Ashish Khetan, are you responding or move to the others? Ashish Khetan, are you responding or should we move to the others now? Rahul Narwekar, welcome to the debate. Ashish Khetan, back to the debate now.
Who offered?
I'd like to just
all the three cases money was offered by the NGOs.
Don't shout.
For the viewers, apart from Sarang Akolkar, I would like to take the name, one new name today. And he has been questioned today. And he is still under detention by the CBI. And he is Dr. Virendra Singh Tawade. Ask my fellow panelist, who is Dr. Virendra Singh Tawade?
Who is it?
Because I have information in my hands which clearly details out the role played by Mr. Virendra Singh Tawade between June 2004 till the date Dr. Dabholkar was assassinated. He had animosity, deep animosity towards two people. It is all written in the documents. One towards Dr. Dabholkar and the other person was Mr. Pansare. And on several occasions he had threatened them directly and indirectly. And then I have information that
Where that comes from?
gives
Where that comes from?
almost a blow-by-blow account.
You answer what threat you are taking about. Police don't have any. You are telling I have the charge sheet.
2013.
Pansare's case. Where is the threat? Show me. Show me.
20th August 2013 till the day Mr. Dabholkar was murdered. From April 2013 to 20th of August 2013, the CBI almost has a blow-by-blow account of how the entire plot unfolded and the role played by Mr. Tavle.
What happened
They
to
have
the people arrested in Pune?
Cell
Mumbai
tower records.
Police.
They have
What happened
cell
to
phone
them?
records.
What
They
happened
have
to
witness
50 lakh
testimonials.
Ashish, what happened to
And they have a very detailed account of how the plot was hatched and then preparations were made and how the plot was executed.
No, where are
Now what more do you need? And
this
by
is
the way,
knowledge. In
it was
Pansare
not
murder
just a
case,
search, it
Ashish,
was a
I am
raid.
challenging you on the chat
And
channel.
CBI had been
If in
preparing for
Pansare
this
murder
raid,
case,
you can
saw
want to
one
come in, you
incident
can
on
come.
that. No,
what's
No, I
you want to
ask
come in,
you,
you
who
can
is
come in.
Dr.
No, anybody
who
can
is
come in. But I am
Prem
telling
Tavle?
you, Pansare murder case, what he's saying.
Who is Dr. Tavle?
What? Dr.
Who's
Tavle is
Dr.
more
Tavle?
intelligent
And where is he now?
than you. He is a JJ hospital doctor.
Where is he now?
He is a ENT specialist. He is a social worker. And because of people, perverted people like you, he has been put. I am telling you straight. Answer me 3 questions. First, who was the man who was offering 50 lakh and 25 lakh to the people to take Sanatan Sanstha name? Did you make your investigative journalism? Point number 1. Point number 2. When you were a colleague of Tarun Tejpal and going behind Congress, that time Sanatan Sanstha ban issue had not come. The moment you joined Aam Aadmi Party and you left people like Annazar and others, you ditched them. Then this new issue came because Aam Aadmi Party has found a new enemy in Congress and BJP. Your time. Why did you not raise this in 2010? Where were you? Your colleague Rana Ayub, she went to the ashram. She was caught red-handed. She went there by breaching her faith. She went near the Yajna Bhumi. She is not a Hindu.
No, if you
she
have
was
nothing to
requested.
hide. No, if you have nothing
she
to hide.
was requested. Hold her hand.
You
He said,
answer the
"See our
question.
ashram."
Yeah, don't bring individuals into this case.
No, he
the
is
fact
bringing
of the
real
matter
outrage.
is tonight
He has
was
no-
Rahul Narwekar is coming back to the debate. Let's
no
expand the
business to
debate.
talk about Sanatan
The
Sanstha
question is,
because he belongs to anti-national NGO group who are targeted by Modi.
you want to come into the debate, Milind?
Because FCRA and
you want to
other
come
things
into
are
the
taken
debate, Shazia?
Yes, I want to.
You want to come into the debate, Shazia? And I'm just saying the CBI sought a red corner notice against a man associated with the Sanatan Sanstha because he is suspected to be related also in a terror-related case. And I'm not surprised tonight that his name has come up in the connection with the Dabholkar case.
never
And
come in
Sanjeev
put by him.
Punalekar, who's sitting in the Newshour studios tonight, is trembling with fear at the thought that his
I'm not
so-called
trembling. You are trembling.
that is group called
I'm
the
not
Sanatan
trembling.
Sanstha, which speaks so-called
You are
speaks for
trembling
Hindus,
because when
which has
politicians' name comes, you are
no
getting
right to speak for a single
You
Hindu.
have no right. Why have you called us?
That you-
we
no,
have right to speak.
No, because-
and we have taken up the
because the
process.
finger
Your
of
people should not
suspicion
take
is
up.
on you.
Your media did not take up. We published in
finger of
2013.
suspicion.
You were scared of Congress. Malegaon blast, what you are giving as a breaking news today, we have broken in 2013. The India Bull flight, Rajan Gule, all name. You were scared now. And 2 years down the line, you will take the same name of the same CBI officers and say that story broken, Sanatan Sanstha innocent, because you will have to do that.
Viewers-
because as on date, it is a TRP, so you do it.
Viewers, the reason why this gentleman called Sanjeev Punalekar is reacting like this today is because he is really scared and nervous
8 years
that
back he reacted.
that the law is coming after him and that his entire organization will now have to fold up, and far from preaching what they believe is their form of Hinduism, which they have no copyright to do, that they are soon all of them are going
He
to be
never
in jail.
claimed any copyright.
Now Shazia Ilmi is coming back to the debate tonight.
Yes,
please.
I want to
Shazia.
make a point.
Yeah.
While I would like to ask Sanjeev ji to defend his, I don't know how he can justify killing or violence against anybody, be it a rationalist or a progressive or a fundamentalist for that matter. And while he has to a lot to explaining to do, I would also like to ask Ashish to come clean for the first time
Ashish.
and also say and commend the work of CBI and say for once that yes, this government has left the CBI independent and make a delineation between the so-called fringe elements and the ruling party for the first time, because all that you're quoting, Ashish, Khetan, is from the CBI documents. The same CBI that you call a puppet of Narendra Modi government these days. Because now I think the point, there has to be balance in this conversation.
Sure.
And
He will
yes,
respond.
it has to be balanced.
So what's your question to
So
Shah?
my question to Ashish is, Ashish, now that you're citing the CBI documents and you're happy with the raids done on Mr. Tavle's premises, will you come clean and say, yes, I have a great Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He's allowed the CBI to work brilliantly, and we have a great Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis who is not interfering, and there is a dealing between the right wing or the fringe elements and the ruling party. Say it, Ashish. Let's see how objective and honest
No, 1 second.
you are.
Let him respond to Shazia, please, directly.
Let's see how objective and honest you are.
Because
let's see how much of a rationalist you are.
When they are
okay,
with him, they are
you asked a
very good.
question,
See,
Sanjeev, relax.
I
Asked a question, yeah.
Okay, brilliant, Shazia. First of all, I think you missed my opening remarks because I detailed out the chain of events, the chronology of events, that how all these murders, this bomb blast happened under Congress regime, and how the Congress regime dithered from Goa to Maharashtra and at the center, because most of these murders could have been prevented. Dr. Dabholkar's life could have been saved, so could have been the lives of Kalburgi and Pansare had we have a very efficient police organization and a neutral, apolitical agency in the name of CBI and other agencies. First of all, second, Hindu Jagrati
nobody
Samiti
mentioned
and
this fact
Sanatan
even
Sanstha
once.
are, by the way, the enemy of the Sangh Parivar as much as they are the enemy of the rationalists like Dabholkar and Kalburgi and Pansare and others whom they consider anti-nationals. Since their inception, since their formation, Dr. Athalwe and his entire gang has been extremely critical and vitriolic of the Sangh Parivar and its ideology, because they even consider the Sangh Parivar as deviants and as somebody who don't represent the Hindu religion. So there is absolutely no connection.
So now you know you can't extrapolate it to idiocy, literally.
Number two, the day CBI conduct raids against Adani in the power scam and against SR and Ambani
but there is a case against you in the SR matter, Ashish, when you have been accused of writing fake news for SR.
Prem Shukla is in the debate. 1 second. Ashish, 1 second. There's an argument being made tonight that Ashish is not answering the question. Prem Shukla is also asking something. Prem Shukla.
कांचा, इलैया और आशीष खेतान दोनों ने बात बार-बार कही कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार आते ही इंटॉलरेंस बढ़ गया, और प्रमाण ये दे रहे हैं कि उनके आने के बाद सीबीआई काम कर रही है, उसके बाद स्वीकारने को तैयार नहीं। अरे आप इंडिपेंडेंट जर्नलिस्ट हैं तो कम से कम न्यूट्रल तो रहिए। एक प्रश्न तो जरूर बनता है कि आप जो है सीबीआई रेड शुरू होती है आज के इंसिडेंट में, उसके पहले आप ट्वीट करते हैं, तो सीबीआई की जो रेडिंग पार्टी है वो आप मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं क्या, जरा ये भी बता दीजिएगा। आपकी सीबीआई की मॉनिटरिंग चालू है क्या?
No, I think governments come and go.
No, I think we're not getting an answer to that question. No, Ashish, the point is, Ashish, I reiterate the question. I reiterate the question, and I think I'd like to get Rahul Narwekar also into it. See, Ashish, on July 2014, you tweeted the following: 10 months since his brutal murder, Dabholkar's family and friends are waiting for justice while the forces of intolerance and hate are getting stronger. You tweeted that, Ashish, right? So now that these cases are pointing to the right-wing angle, and by your own submission, the CBI, which comes under the central government, is going hammer and tongs after this this right-wing Hindu organizations. I don't call them Hindu organizations at all, because they have no copyright over Hinduism.
We don't claim copyright.
The so-called extreme, let me say, the so-called extreme,
you are not extreme either.
Extremist organizations.
You are putting some adjectives. I must answer. Adani, you said Adani. I am asking you one question. Adani's one plot is concerned in Maharashtra on my petition. Where were you? Where was Pansare? Where was Dabholkar? Why are we extremists? No. Don't certify yourself as some progressive and all. We were there. We fought for the cobbler side in Supreme Court. No. You are certifying. You are giving a chronology. Please ask me. No. Arnab, you must answer. Arnab, you must allow me to complete.
Why are you nervous?
I am putting an open challenge. How many petitions Pansare filed? He was an advocate.
You are not arrested yet.
No.
You've not been arrested yet. Why are you so nervous?
Even if I am arrested, I don't care. Because Tarun Tejpal gets a bail. He is a Tarun Tejpal gang. You use the person gang. Ashish, you are a member of a gang who is a gang of thieves, dacoits and looters. So you are a gang. Don't use the word. Everybody knows. Anna Hazare has described you as a gang. Whom certificate to require? Arnab may say anything. I value Anna Hazare more. He is certified. You are a certified gang. Organized crime. India knows how you backstabbed Anna Hazare. Everybody knows. And who is the murderer of philosophy? You know today. Please answer.
He can send legal notice.
One second.
You are a murderer of Anna Hazare's ideology.
No, watch. watch. Just 1 minute.
You must offer a glass of water.
Milind, before you come in. See, I offer you a glass of water tonight. आप पानी पीजिए, आपका वो पानी का ग्लास खत्म हो चुका है, दूसरा ग्लास भी आपको देंगे. You are very nervous today. Sanjeev Punalekar, you finished the glass.
Nobody has an answer for my questions.
Glass of water.
I took Adani's name.
Your hands
I took Adani's name. He was silenced because he can't hurt Modi.
Relax.
You are scared. Why don't you talk against Adani? Why are you scared? Please say, Ashish, that you will come and join me. Okay. You want to join Pansare for supporting Pakistan. On this channel, say that Jinnah was a bad man. Your votes will go. Your Kejriwal will be on the road. You are pro.
Viewers, I have a question. I believe that this gentleman sitting here today, Sanjeev Punalekar, who's having a glass of water, is very nervous today at the prospect of members of his party, members of his extremist, demagogic, intolerant group getting arrested. I appreciate the fact that you are nervous. It can
you
happen.
You are fit to join Aam Aadmi Party or no? Conclusions before any thinking. You are fit to join them.
That's all. See, we have been accused. I have been accused of being Congressy, communist, BJP. Now the last thing was required was Aam Aadmi Party. Thank you very much. Next you'll say go and join the Telangana Rashtriya Samiti. Relax. You're nervous today. Don't worry. I'll give you another glass of water if required. The question which Ashish Khetan did not answer, and I'm welcoming into the panel Shyam Madhav.
Shyam, from this side.
Once Shyam Manav is founder and organizer of the All India Andh-Shraddha Nirmoolan Samiti from Mumbai. He was a member of the Sanatan Sanstha. No. He was a friend of the founder of the Sanatan Sanstha and has now gone on to expose this group for his psycho-hypno practices, and he has said that this group hypnotizes people to carry out murders. He says that your group, no, don't laugh at that.
Anti-science, this is proved already.
He's sitting here and he says that he has proof that your group hypnotizes people to carry out political murders.
Hypnotist said that he is
Rahul Narwekar, should Ashish Khetan answer Shazia Ilmi's question? That he should be congratulating the Modi government for giving a free hand to the CBI to go after groups like the Sanatan Sanstha, which by Ashish Khetan's own admission even the Congress did not do in the past. Let him answer that question. Rahul Narwekar, relax. Rahul Narwekar, I'm coming to you after that. Yeah, Rahul Narwekar.
Arnab, at the outset, I'm not just shocked, I'm appalled at the statements made by Advocate Sanjeev Punalekar. He is an officer of the court. And I hear him justifying a murder.
Yeah, he did.
A daylight murder.
He did.
Nothing can justify a cold-blooded murder like this. So I think Mr. Punalekar should take his words back at once.
Yeah, he should.
He's attracting a case of abatement, if not anything more.
Yeah.
So my sincere advice to Mr. Punalekar would be not to repeat such statements.
He's giving his case, I'm giving my case.
For the benefit of himself and the society. Number two, while my friend Shazia Ilmi wants to give complete credit to the Devendra Fadnavis government, whose absolute inaction in this case has been exposed, wherein successive 5 sessions of the House, of the Assembly as well as the Legislative Council, the government has failed to make any concrete statement or give any concrete details with regard to the position of this investigation. The failure of this government has perhaps also led to a change in the hands of investigators. You can also imagine a scenario where the Bharatiya Janata Party all these days would demand an autonomy for the CBI. But today, once they've come to power, I don't know whether they've got selective amnesia of forgetting issues which they had raised in the past. So these are things which Shazia should also talk about, and then probably go on to appreciate the Modi and Fadnavis government.
But I think the lines are very blurred here.
Now coming to the crux of the matter, I find it absolutely amazing that when CBI conducts a raid,
there has been nothing sluggish about the investigations
or CBI
and the raids that were carried out in this
the credit for that is being given to a particular government. I don't. So the government has stooped to such low levels that they need to justify their credibility on the basis of a
there has to be a distinction in disassociation of the right-wing group and BJP, because that extrapolation is always done every time.
Where they have to justify
I'm making a finer point
and their doings on the basis of a raid of the CBI.
Yes, exactly, because that's the accusation that government interferes with the agency. Like it happened during Congress and Ishra and many others.
Shazia, this very Bharatiya Janata Party all these years
We're not talking about all these years, sir. There is something here, right? Look at it.
What have you done about
be
that?
honest
Can
and
you
be
please tell us?
objective and
Why
say
you take
CBI has
all
done a
the
good
credit
job.
for the independence of
Say there is no
CBI? Why you
interference.
take all
Say
the
thank
credit
God
for the
we
good
don't
doing
have
of the
changing of
CBI?
affidavits like
Can
it
you
happened
tell me,
last
have you
time.
forgotten
Thank
your
God the
promise?
LET operatives are not being passed off as innocent bystanders who were presumably slain in a fake encounter.
No, I want to ask Rahul Narwekar a question.
For it.
I want to
We have a good Prime Minister
I want to
now.
ask Rahul Narwekar something.
Say that.
You see, Rahul Narwekar, today Sanjeev Punalekar is nervous because he thinks that people from his group will get arrested. Today you are nervous because the inevitable question will be that what on earth were you doing? You were sharing power in Maharashtra. What were you doing when these killings happened? No, 1 second. Rahul Narwekar, is it possible that certain leaders from your party or certain leaders from other parties you were associated with were passing on information to warn the Sanatan Sanstha members about impending action before the arrest? Because there are reports that information was filtering through your government sources to the Sanatan Sanstha, which is why there was inaction. Therefore, implicitly there was protection for these groups. No, you must answer this question, Rahul Narwekar and Mr. Khetan as well.
Goswami.
Because the deaths, 1 second,
While Mr. Goswami...
No, 1 second, Rahul, listen. Rahul, you need to answer the question, right?
Which he had raised in the past itself.
Pardon me?
Let me tell you that it is our very government that had recommended the banning of the Sanatan Sanstha. It is our government that had found Sanatan Sanstha.
You recommended and you did what? Was it banned? Was it banned? Was it banned? Recommendation and banning is different.
To point fingers at us.
That was not the similarity in the pistol. The similarity in the pistol, Rahul. The similarity.
No, what's you're not listening to each other. No, you didn't do anything. Rahul, you didn't do anything.
Let me ask you, if we did nothing,
Yeah.
if you think we did nothing, this government had promised to book the guilty. They had promised to bring them to books. What have they done for the last 2.5 years?
Shazia Ilmi will respond. Shazia will
It's evident from what is happening. It's evident from the investigation that is underway.
You are not
It is
even
evident from the
capable of
documents and the
handling
reports that are being
investigation.
presented.
You had to
It is evident from whatever the raids have happened in Pune and Thane.
Arnab,
So it's evident. It is there. That's what we're discussing. On the basis of
Okay, at this stage of the debate.
The fact that the investigation had to be transferred to CBI.
CBI is investigating, but the 7.654
It is a CBI report that you all are citing
I will
right
answer.
now.
No, now when
very
Arnab sent the
confused.
proposal, there was a query by Mr. Singh, who was the Home Secretary, asking that how many people are killed in Maharashtra, which party, and the data was there were 40 murders by NCB.
Ashish Khetan, back to the debate.
7.65 more pistol, same was used by NCB. The pistol similarity goes to NCB. I think Prem Shukla can also answer.
Milind Ranade is a rationalist and he's been watching how nervously Sanjeev Punalekar has been responding.
I have told the similarity, I know you are not
Milind Ranade.
You did not ask Milind that you did not ask, I'm not asking Milind, I was asking Mr. Narwekar,
No,
what exactly was the pistol
Milind
similarity? 7.65 bore, who was using the Maharashtra, who is the famous group which is having those pistols? Please tell me.
You
which
tell me.
party?
You tell me.
Padma Singh Patil,
There is
take
a
one name.
newsletter.
What's up? Milind
All are your people.
Go ahead.
There is a newsletter called Sanatan Prabhat.
Yeah.
If you read this newspaper letter, you will find that there are three major points.
Right.
First of all, this newsletter or this organization will decide who is Dharmadrohi.
Okay.
If they find the person is Dharmadrohi, it means that person is Deshadrohi. It further says that such Deshadrohis can be eliminated.
Okay.
This is one.
By constitutional means. Constitutional means.
Not by
Don't go. What you are doing, what you are doing.
Listen to him. He's been listening to you. Just 1 second. Sanjeev, you stop. Sanjeev, listen to him. Sanjeev, listen to him. You listen.
You will have to. You can shout. Milind, you are also from the NGO.
Continue.
You should allow me to answer.
1 second. Yes, let him reply. No, but you listen to him. He listened to you. He listened to you for all this while.
The second point I have been
Go on.
listening to you. The second point, that this newsletter has appealed to youths to become Hindu Naxalites. Third point, those who don't believe in Sanatan Dharma, those who don't believe in Sanatan Dharma are Deshadrohi. And moreover,
And they should be eliminated.
and they should be eliminated.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
to do
yes,
that,
yes.
One
and
minute,
to do
1
that,
minute.
Who is saying this?
They have started arms training camps. They have started arms training camps.
Where? Please answer. Where?
Wait a minute.
Now tell me the place and where arms are got. You please tell me that.
There are arms training centers. Mr. Vinay Panwalkar. There is a batch of.
Those are pictures. Yeah.
There is a
Where is the
batch
weapon?
of.
Show me the weapon.
There
Where
is
is the
a batch
weapon?
of.
Where is the weapon? You show me the
Listen to
weapon.
him. Listen, he's
22
presenting.
people who were trained for 15 months.
Yeah.
We would like to know the names of those 22 people who were trained for 15 months.
What were they trained in,
They
Milind?
were trained in
Self-defense.
weapons.
1 minute.
Can you see the weapon?
They're right.
They were
It's a air gun. It's a air gun. It's a air gun. They have investigated.
You
They have taken
start
the
with
gun.
air gun and end with pistol.
Yeah.
Now
You start with air gun.
Mr.
and
Ranade.
No, 1 minute. Let him complete. Let him
Listen to
complete
me.
today.
Yes, come
Today,
on.
All
ho
the
jaye
three.
debate. Huh.
Those who were killed,
Yeah.
they were elderly persons at age of above 70.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
They were rationalists.
Yeah.
They were challenging the line of thinking preached by Sanatan Sanstha.
They were a threat to this organization.
They were a threat to this organization because they were teaching young people to question, and they were feeding them appropriate points. And this is the way that these people want to function.
This is what
No,
we
no,
call.
watch. And if I may add,
Yes.
the CBI and the NIA are both on the lookout for another member of your organization,
Rudra
Patil.
Yes.
Rudra Patil, in connection with the Govind Pansare
Maybe I'm
murder case.
answering, you are not hearing.
And by
There
the
is a
way,
man.
by the way, listen to me.
There is a report in Mumbai Mirror last September, an exhaustive report by Alka Dhupkar, wherein your own people have revealed that yes, they are conducting training camps.
They have been issued a legal notice for giving a false report. Point number 1. Point number 2. Here is a man who says Hindu Nakshal, and here is a man. When
He's telling
Kabir
you the
Kala
fact.
Manch people. No, hello.
He's telling you the
Kabir
fact.
Kala Manch. You are caught for.
You know it all. Your language,
He
your
is a
language,
man.
your body language.
No,
and
no,
I want
what
to say
language?
this
See,
tonight.
you are stopping me. You are a fascist. You allow me to answer.
Yeah,
you are not allowing me to
One
answer.
second.
This is
I'm not scared.
undemocratic.
I'm not scared of you.
You are.
I'm not scared of you.
I am not your
So
slave.
don't use verbal violence.
You are
on
not
my
allowing me to
program. My
answer.
question is, viewers,
You are not allowing me to answer.
1 second.
You have not. He is
Multiple
a man.
choice.
Milind Ranade is a man who stood behind the real Nakshals. When Kabir Kala Manch people were arrested, you were the first. They were the real Nakshals.
Is Rudra Patil dead or alive? Answer my question.
You have already declared him dead.
Is Rudra Patil dead or alive?
You have already declared him
You
dead.
answer my question.
You have already
Where
declared
is
him dead. And
Rudra
when it
Patil?
was discovered that he is not Rudra Patil, people like Khetan and people like Ranade lost interest in the murder because now Dabholkar murder case, we have been repeatedly telling, investigate his irregularities. Was he killed for a plot? Now these 3-bore pistol you are telling about bore pistol, this was not used in Pansare's case at all. Now they are telling it has gone to Scotland Yard.
Now this is
Samir Gaikwad trial should not take place.
There is obviously, I'll tell you one thing. One minute.
Hindu Nakshal.
Sanjeev Punalekar, there are other panelists on the program. Unko bhi bolne dijiye. 2 minutes, please.
आप मुझे बातें पूरी करने नहीं दोगे
2
तो
minutes.
होगा।
1 second.
You are not allowing me to complete.
1 second.
And you are allowing one-sided. He bluffed it that Vinay Panwalkar, he is available. Why don't you demand an arrest? Why Congress did not arrest?
Okay,
Why your party doesn't demand? You should have done that. Vinay Panwalkar was interrogated.
Shyam Manav, who is on our program tonight, was a student of Jayant Athawale who founded this group called the Sanatan Sanstha. And I'm saying publicly tonight, there is nothing Hindu about this Sanatan Sanstha. It is a group of people who have appropriated them for themselves, using as a copyright for their own personal advantage the name of a great religion which they have no right to
You
mutilate.
have not used any religion.
1
name.
second. You have no right.
You
You have no right to mutilate.
You are defaming the
Second
Sanstha.
point, second point
This is
tonight.
you are doing
1
for your
second.
TRP.
Mister,
You are doing yellow journalism.
you know what?
I am not scared of you. I am not scared of you.
You know,
and if you are talking like this,
you are in the margins today. You are in the fringe. You are a demagogue.
You are scared of NGOs, and you are doing for just pleasing somebody. Don't do that. Please go to the point.
The problem with people like Sanjeev Punalekar is simply this, that when they sit on a television is a transparent medium. He reflects 2 points of view tonight. One is of extreme intolerance. A person like Punalekar will not listen to anyone else. Second, look at the way in which he's reacting.
I am laughing.
Look at the way in which he's reacting.
You are disturbed and you are very
Look at the manner of his reaction. It reflects a person who is ready to go go to any lengths to silence somebody else's voice.
Silencing at all.
He represents a philosophy which will go to any length to silence somebody else's voice. Now, please go ahead.
I will come.
He
Please
is
go
right
ahead. Yeah.
that he's laughing
Yeah.
because because he knows the government is with him.
That government will answer. I am not here to answer that.
Second thing about CBI raids is not the final thing. We have seen CBI raids and police complaints of thousands of pages.
Yeah.
And even though they have filed thousands of pages as complaint, nothing has happened.
Yeah.
So CBI raids are conducted. That doesn't mean it is concluded.
Yeah.
Since last 2 years and 2.5 years, those who have killed, they are not yet arrested.
Because
the case has not gone ahead.
Investigation. They are stopping a transfer of an officer. They are interfering everywhere because they don't want the
So you are you know what you
they
are.
They are trying to support
you know I'll tell you.
They don't want the killer to be arrested. They don't want the killer to be arrested. Because killer is an insider.
Punalekar, Mr. Punalekar. Now listen, Mr. One minute. Prem Shukla ji, 1 minute. Yeah, Punalekar. You are a fanatic, and that's what you are. You have no time for anyone else's point of view, and the problem is people like you are being cornered. You ask any young Indian today whether they have time.
You are not allowing the point to it.
Sham Manav, who is on the program. Sham Manav, who is on the program. Sham Manav, who is on the program. Sham Manav. And you don't determine my editorial agenda, sir, please. I am not answerable to you. Now the question is this. Calm down.
You are a scared person.
Now let's
show me one program on Sadhvi Prakash Singh who is declared innocent today. Will you conduct on Samir Gaikwad?
Relax.
You are telling her she is innocent today, but 6 years you were carrying a program.
Okay, now you will stop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Sham Manav said on October 18th, and he's worked closely with the founder of the Sanatan Sanstha called Jayant Athavale. You said tonight, so our people should know what this group is about. You said tonight that the Sanatan Sanstha believes in eliminating its opponents. It has a strategy of killing intellectuals who oppose their fanatic views. Right? You say you are a hypnotism expert and you know how this group, represented by this gentleman Sanjeev Punalekar, captures minds. People are hypnotized and made to commit heinous crimes like murder. Where is the proof? Can you please tell him? You say that the group makes youth into human robots. Literally. Can you explain this to him? Is there any... It sounds a little far-fetched. Can you tell him today? Let there be a debate on this subject. Yeah.
कई सालों से ये बात मैं कहते आया हूँ।
जी बोलिए।
सम्मोहन या मेडिटेशन के जरिए बहुत अच्छे ढंग से प्रोग्राम किया जा सकता है, जिसको ब्रेन वॉशिंग कहते हैं। खुद डॉक्टर जे.बी. आठवले ने जो किताब मुझे भेंट दी थी, जो उन्होंने निकाली थी, 1981 में की किताब है उनकी, उस किताब में उन्होंने लिखा है कि अगर कोई हिप्नोथेरेपिस्ट चाहता है कि एखादे स्पाई को ट्रेन किया जाए और एक खास कोडवर्ड अगर उसे दिया जाए उस स्पाई को, तो उसको कोई भी चीज वो याद नहीं आएगी जब तक वो कोड यूज नहीं किया जाएगा।
थोड़ा फार-फेच्ड नहीं लगता?
नहीं, बता, दूसरी भी बात बताता हूँ, क्यों यहाँ तक मैं लिमिटेड नहीं रहता हूँ। तो इसलिए पहले तो ब्रेन वॉश बहुत अच्छे ढंग से किया जा सकता है किसी भी चीज के लिए। दूसरी बात, अगर उसको कोई जानकारी दी गई और उसके साथ में कोडवर्ड यूज किया गया कि ये कोडवर्ड जब तक यूज नहीं किया जाएगा तब तक आपको कुछ भी याद नहीं आएगा, तो उस स्पाई को ये चीज याद नहीं आती है। और ये टेक्निक का उपयोग कई जगह किया जाता है, कई देश करते हैं। इसके बारे में ऑलरेडी उन्होंने उस किताब में लिखा है। दूसरी बात उन्होंने कही, एक केस जो उन्होंने रिपोर्ट की कि एक बच्ची पर, जब वो 9 साल के थे, हालांकि वो उनके पास में जो केस आई वो करीबन 22 साल की उम्र की औरत की केस आई, लेकिन वो जब 9 साल के थे उसके साथ में रेप हुआ था। फिर उन्होंने आगे लिखा है कि हमने
इसका कोई साइंटिफिक बेसिस तो नहीं लग रहा है मुझे।
पूरी तरह से साइंटिफिक बेसिस है। आप पहले सुन तो लीजिए। साइंटिफिक बेसिस तो आपको जो चाहिए वो मैं हाजिर करूंगा।
इस्लामिक स्टेट वालों को पता लग गया तो बड़ा
नहीं, सुनिए तो पहले। तो वहां पर वो 9 साल की जो बच्ची थी उसको रेप हुआ था और उस कारण अपने पति के साथ।
आप एक पॉइंट प्रूफ कीजिए, आप क्या कह रहे हैं?
वही कह रहा हूं कि 9 साल की जो बच्ची,
हिप्नोटिज्म एंगल में मुझे कोई बेसिस नहीं लगती।
ठीक है, सुन तो लीजिए आप
ना, आप इनको बताइए।
हाँ, मैं उनको ही बता रहा, उनको क्या बताएंगे, वो तो एक्सेप्ट करने वाले नहीं है। डॉक्टर जेबी आठवले ने जो लिखा है उनकी किताब में, वो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ। ये 9 साल की बच्ची का रेप के कारण उसके जीवन पर जो परिणाम हुआ था, उन्होंने आगे लिखा है कि उसकी पूरी मेमोरी, जो रेप उस पर हुआ था, उसकी मेमोरी पूरी इरेज की गई। ये खुद डॉक्टर जेबी आठवले ने लिख कर रखा है। बाय थेरेपी इट इज पॉसिबल, उनके किताब में लिखा हुआ है। मैं दूसरी चीज पर आ रहा हूँ, प्लीज 1 मिनट। जब रानड़े साहब ने कहा कि कुछ लोगों को ये एलिमिनेट करते हैं, ये केवल लोगों तक एलिमिनेट करने के लिए रुकने वाले नहीं है। इनका जो सपना है, जब भी ये हिंदू राष्ट्र लाने वाले हैं 2020 में, 22 में, 24 में, जब भी, उस वक्त तक ये कुन लोगों को खत्म करने वाले हैं। 2008 में डॉक्टर जयंत बालाजी आठवले ने लिखकर रखा है, उन्होंने लिखा है कि जब धर्म क्रांति होगी तब जो राजकीय पार्टीज है, उनके जो राष्ट्र व धर्मद्रोही नेता होंगे, उनको और उनके अनुयायी, यानी उनके जो भी उनके फॉलोअर्स हैं, उनको नष्ट किया जाएगा। यहां लिखकर रखा है उन्होंने कि उनको नष्ट किया जाएगा। यानी केवल पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के लीडर्स ही नहीं है, तो उनके फॉलोअर्स को भी नष्ट किया जाएगा, यानी पार्टी मेंबर्स को भी नष्ट किया जाएगा। साथ में ये सब चीजें लिखकर केवल वो बार बार प्रीचिंग करते हैं कि जो भी धर्म के खिलाफ बात करेगा।
I heard your point. No, the fact is there are striking similarities in the murder of Dabholkar, Pansare and Kalburgi.
No, I should tell one
the
thing.
modus, no, watch it. The modus operandi is similar. Am I right? Am I right, Milind? Watch it. The modus operandi is similar. Are members of the Sanatan Sanstha, have they been convicted or not for orchestrating a blast at auditorium in Thane in 2008? They have been convicted. The attack was not a terror attack by the court's own admission, but you have this kind of a history, so you cannot be above suspicion. These raids are not happening out of the blue.
Hemant Karkare planted gelatin. There is an observation, same like in 2000. That's what I'm telling. Arnab, people like you. Have you read
just one? Milind will respond. Milind will respond. Milind will respond. Watch it. Milind will respond.
The gelatin was planted by Hemant.
Milind is responding to you. Milind.
Have you read the judgment? Have you read the judgment to answer? Otherwise, what is the use? Without reading, you are going to give certificate to Hemant Karkare.
Your organization made the most callous comments after the aftermath of Dabholkar's death. Listen to me. Listen to me.
What about judicial observation on Hemant Karkare, who planted RDX and who planted gelatin? There is a judicial order in 2011.
Sanjeev, will you stop? Please listen. Sanjeev, will you stop? Will you stop now?
कोर्ट में आने के बाद में सिद्ध होगा।
जुडिशियल ऑर्डर में है वो कि प्लांट किया उन्होंने?
जुडिशियल ऑर्डर में नहीं है।
2011 के जजमेंट में बता रहा हूं आपको, करकरे ने जो सैंक्शन दिया था उसमें जिलेटिन प्लांट किया।
Just a minute.
Please read the judgment.
Just a minute. You know what Jayant Athavale said? He said after Dabholkar died, he said instead of dying bedridden through illness or after some surgery, such a death for Dabholkar is a blessing for the Almighty. These are the kind of insensitive comments that were made after a murder. You have a head of an organization who justifies murder. Your members in interviews have admitted that your sadhaks have been imparted training in firearms. Am I wrong about that, Kancha Illaiah? I'd like to get Kancha Illaiah back to the debate. The ban has been sought against the Sanatan Sanstha on several times. As far back in 2008, the Maharashtra ATS had recommended that the Sanatan Sanstha be banned. Am I right, Kancha Illaiah? There was no action then. As in 2011, Maharashtra's then...
You are right, Arnab.
So who's protecting these people? Who's protecting this group?
No, Arnab, the basic issue today, you are right. No, as Ilmi has been saying, that today the test for Modi government is what will they do in this case and also in the cases of murders. Now, so far in the series of murders that happened, leave alone the period of murders that happened during Congress and so on, no, not a single person is arrested, and today Ilmi is saying that don't you give credibility to CBI? Yes, I am willing to give. But conclusively they have to come to the logical end. What is happening is release of people but not arrest of people.
Yeah.
Samia, you understand this?
Shazia.
Yes, I
so
do
where is the proof? Where does the government go now?
Oh, absolutely. I think, Kancha ji, you make a very, very good point. I have immense respect for you. And I like the fact that you're ready to be objective about it. But from whatever you've seen, in a period of 2 years or less than that, actually 18 months, there has been progress. And I'm sure government is not going to come in the way and protect people.
Why don't
like
you, would you ban this group? Would you ban this?
Let's find evidence. If there's anything
would you ban
illegal,
this group?
there's any evidence.
No, if you ban the Simi, why not ban the Sanatan Sanstha?
If there is something unconstitutional and illegal, which I presume there is, I don't have evidence, then it should be banned.
No, but in 2011, the Maharashtra government wrote to the Ministry of Home Affairs recommending a ban on the Sanatan Sanstha. Why don't you ban them? In 2011, the Maharashtra government sent a dossier to the centre to ban the Sanstha.
Well, any government that is backing criminals,
but this is your test.
Actually murdering people
but this is
because
your test.
they have Dharmdrohi have become Deshdrohi, then they're doing something illegal and unconstitutional.
But Rahul Narwekar is this. Rahul Narwekar is this.
How many murders are there? Let it be answered here. More criminals murders were in NCP. That query from Mr. Singh, Home Secretary, could not be answered by Rahul Patil. Rahul Patil withdrew that. Tell me how many murder NCP people are arrested. All are political murders.
Sanjeev, don't repeat your point. Rahul is responding to you.
He has not answered.
Rahul is responding to you. But remember that in April 2012, the anti-terror squad, the ATS, requested the centre with folded hands ban this dangerous group called the Sanatan Sanstha. An affidavit was filed before the Bombay High Court. Please be quiet. Please be quiet. Please be quiet. And how?
Same ATS which has planted IDs, who has kidnapped people and who has put army officers.
Rahul, let Rahul answer.
Who are the officers?
Relax, let Rahul answer. I mean, people are saying today, viewers are writing and saying, why is this group free? Why is Sanjeev Punalekar allowed to go ahead with all his kind of venomous statements and no government can stop him? What is the great importance of this group? This is a moment of test for this government on whether they are able to ban you or not. Rahul Narwekar is responding to you. Rahul.
Arnab, first and foremost, I think it's absolutely pointless to expect Mr. Sanjeev Punalekar to make any logical argument. I don't know what is he comparing, what murders is he comparing to the activities of the Sanatan Sanstha. Number one, please understand that it was our government which had asked the central government to ban this organization, looking at its conduct, looking at its social impact. If the Bharatiya Janata Party is serious about controlling fringe elements in this country, my question to them is very simple. Are you or are you not going to ban this organization? Leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party in the past have in fact defended.
Prem Shukla.
Prem Shukla is banning Sanatan Sanstha. So is there a change of mind or do they still stand to the stand they have taken in the past?
It was part of the central government. Why they refused to ban Sanatan Sanstha? Please answer it. Why they refused? Why centre refused it? And why you are not precise? Why you are not
Mr. Prem Shukla, Mr. Prem Shukla, it would be rather better if you answer the question put across to you.
I'm
the only thing the Bharatiya Janata Party does when they ask a question
and now your government was not accepting your recommendation. There must be some reason.
So
there must be some reason why central government was
probably
why P. Chidambaram was not accepting the recommendation made by our
party. Your inaction as on today.
No, I'm asking about your inaction. Why
Milind Ranade, last question on the debate tonight. Last question on the debate tonight.
People have elected you, not us.
Milind.
People have elected you and not us.
No, you are also elected leaders.
Milind Ranade.
R.R. Patil was elected in the government.
You can't pass the buck on this one. Last question on the debate is to Milind Ranade. Milind Ranade, can you tell Sanjeev Punalekar why his group? Can you tell last question? Milind has been quiet, but I want him to have one more response to Sanjeev Punalekar. Can you tell Sanjeev Punalekar directly tonight why you believe his group is a danger to Indian society?
Because their preaching is dangerous. Their preaching is anti-constitutional. Their preaching is against the ethos of freedom movement, and therefore the sort of things that they are advocating.
Like what?
Like, as I said, from arms training to declaring people those who are
Mr. Ranade, you must answer about the Kabir Kalamanch also. At the same time, answer is expected from you about the Kabir Kalamanch.
Milind respond.
You must tell him.
Milind respond.
Of course, I will.
Don't heckle with him.
I am not here to defend Kabir Kalamanch.
Demand ban. You demand ban. What about their articles? Shall I read?
No,
what did they say?
Please read.
Kabir Kalaman said that the Brahmin should be killed. Kabir Kalam, why one more program? Kabir Kalaman said Brahmin should be killed. They said the landlord should be killed.
Condemn that.
No. Ban.
Okay.
Your people went. You say that those leaders who went there, they should be arrested.
First of all,
your party leaders went.
First of all, today's debate is on the issue. Let's come back to that issue. You are expert when the issue
Kabir Kalam is expert, we know.
You will
show me the difference between Kabir Kalam and Jagdish.
You are
what Kabir Kalam is telling for the Dalits, we are telling for the Hindus. That's all.
I don't want to get diverted. I will come back.
Last question. I have 3 questions, Sanjeev Punalekar. Sanjeev, first of all, learn to. There's a dossier. The dossier says that you have been involved in blast and communal riots. Why should and it mentions the role the organization played in the Miraj, Sangli and Ichal Karanji riots of 2009, in which 1 person was killed and 5 people were injured. Why should you not be banned? The dossier says you are a danger to internal security. It says that you've established a network that binds seditious groups and chauvinistic factions in Maharashtra, Goa and Karnataka. And if your impulses are not contained, you present a clear and present danger to internal security. I mean, groups like yours have to be banned. It's not a question of whether, but when it happens. So, you know,
people tried it for BJP, Modi, and they failed. Now they are coming for smaller organizations.
You are not a political organization.
No, that's why they are coming, because they could not do that. They are frustrated. They are frustrated.
Well, you appeared a little nervous.
They are frustrated. They are not able to do it. And second thing,
ये लोग केवल इंसानों को नहीं मारते हैं. इनका कहना ऐसा है कि इनको ईश्वरीय राज्य जो निर्माण करना है, उसके लिए पुलिस सिस्टम को, कोर्ट सिस्टम को, मिलिट्री को, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को नष्ट किया जाएगा और कुछ लोगों को मारकर ईश्वरीय राज्य निर्माण किया जाएगा. ये सब ईश्वरीय राज्य की स्थापना में इन्होंने लिखा है. डॉक्टर जेबी आठवले ये प्रीच करते हैं, सनातन संस्था ये प्रीच करती है, और इस ढंग से ये लोगों को पूरे ढंग से केवल मिलिटेंट्स नहीं बनाते हैं,
because as on
पूरे ह्यूमैनिटी के दुश्मन बनाते हैं.
Is the media not saying that unless prices are checked, people will come on the road?
Viewers, you have a group today. Viewers, you have a group today in our country which calls itself a Sanatan Sanstha, right? Which calls itself a Sanatan Sanstha, whose founder talks about the destruction of the military.
Never.
1 minute, just one.
Yes,
he says so. Which calls about the destruction of the military. It's not bad. Destruction of the police forces is not bad. And my question is, viewers, my question is tonight, if Sanjeev Punalekar will keep quiet for a minute.
You are a supporter of Periyar, and Periyar was talking about constitution. Shyam Manav, you answer. You are a supporter of Periyar, and you are a supporter of Karl Marx.
I am not a supporter of Periyar.
100% you are.
Of anybody.
100.
I am supporter of Periyar.
Today you are a supporter of Fadnavis, because you know which side there is a butter. You are on that side. That's all.
Why?
Well,
Kabir Kalamanch has not said anything like against democracy. Please.
1,000 times they have told. Maharashtra.
I'd like to wrap up tonight by saying this: there is nothing wrong, or there is nothing unconstitutional about being a supporter of Periyar, believer of Periyar or of Karl Marx. The question is not that. The question is that there is no space for these kind of extremist groups in Indian society. And there is no space for these Maoist terrorists in Indian society. There is no space for the Sanatan Sanstha in Indian society. In a civilized society, for groups like the Bajrang Dal to do what they do and the hate that they spread, there is no space for the Simi. There is no space for the Indian Mujahideen, and there is no space for these groups. And I say with absolute unequivocal lack of ambiguity tonight that those people who seem to be providing a defense to these groups also must curtail their instincts and think about what is good for this country. There is no scope to allow these groups to carry on unchecked. Do you want a ban on the Sanatan Sanstha? That's up for debate. And I'd like to thank everyone for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.